Ah, what a beautiful day. And those motherfuckers stopped screwing up with the game. So things should be alright. Oh wait, what? Leaked balance patch notes? What the fuck is this? Oh my goodness, let's take a look on this. Damn it. Alright, so this is the leaked, so this might change, but we all know that this is no leaked. They obviously just let it go off to get some analysis because they don't have good analysts. Still, they don't change anything from that. So let's take a look on what changes are coming up to the game and what we should expect to the meta in general. Feudal Age Watchtower has now 850 HP, up from 700. This is interesting. It might mean that the towers are not so fragile anymore. They are still fragile, but less fragile. Elephant Archer costs 90 food and 70 gold, down from 100 food and 70 gold. Okay, this has to do with the new civilizations. Okay, we go and we make a side note about that. I'm gonna make an exclusively video talking about that. And has 230 HP instead of 280, and 0.2 armor, so only 2 pierce armor instead of 3. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so they are nerfing a bit not to make it OP. Is it going to solve it? They are trying. Now talking specifically about the civilizations. Berbers. Geniture costs now 40 food and 35 wood instead of 50 and 35. Let's be clear here, guys. Geniture are a skirmisher with with mobility advantage, but less range. So they can kind of dodge from cavalry by running off, but they cannot be so effective as the other skirmishers. This is a very complex unit to balance. On Age of Mythology, the Atlantean civilizations, the Atlantean based civilizations have a unit called Turman, and this unit is either OP or useless. Right now, Geniture is useless. I'm just afraid that it becomes OP at some point because balancing this is really, really hard. But since this is only available on Castle Age, it's still hardly going to be seen, you know. So I don't expect big changes here. Geniture biggest thing here is the missile timing here. They took too long to shoot, so they're still gonna be crap. This is not gonna be enough. Bohemians lose civilization bonus for cheaper monasteries. Okay, they are making this less unique. They might not be so OP on arena anymore. And Half Knights has 50 melee damage down from 55. I don't think this might be enough to make Half Knights less OP, because by the moment you start messing them up, it doesn't matter how much melee damage they have, because you are just going to multiply it by the number of half knights you have. So I think that this is just too bad. This might not be okay, but the monastery change might become then less toxic in closed maps. Burmese, new civilization bonus. The battle elephants have +1 and +1 armor. Burmese guys, civilization bonus was that they had all the relics visible on map. So when you started playing as Burmese, you could see all the relics. It seems that now that's not how this is gonna happen. You are actually gonna have battle elephants with extra armor, which might be interesting because when you go for +2 armor, you can already go for +3 elephant, so they can be very, very annoying to deal with. And to balance that, Hoda, which was the technology that was gonna give them extra 1 melee and 1 and 2 pierce armor, is just gonna give them 1 extra pierce armor, not to make them extra tough versus arrows. They are going to be very tough, but not extra tough. But this is also increasing their toughness regarding melee attacks. So this is actually a boost, and it gives something very unique to that. And Manipur cavalry cost is going to 400 food and 400 gold, which is actually an upgrade that allows your Aeron Buy to have more. If I'm not mistaken, Manipur used it to be a technology oriented to Aeron Buy, but I don't think it's like that anymore. They changed the technology, but not what what it does, but not the name. Manipur actually gives your cavalry +5 attack versus archer. It used to be giving your Aeron Buy extra attack versus building. So actually your attacks are your cavalry is going to have more attack versus archers. Interesting, and I believe that this also applies to infantry. So yeah, this might be useful to some extent. Incas. New team bonus. Skirmisher and Spearmans got extra to line of sight. And does that replace the old team bonus, which was farms being built faster? I don't know. But getting extra line of sight is always great for initial fights and to explore the map and give you better reaction time during Feudal Age. So it's a very welcome one. About the Indians, the Imperial Camel Rider has now 8 melee damage down from 9, so they are trying to nerf a bit the Camel Rider. Saracens. Zealotry is now a Castle Age technology. What the fuck is Zealotry? It's an actual Castle unit technology that gives your camels extra 20 HP. Let me just check that to see if I'm not talking any bullshit. Yeah, Zealotry, Camels unit get extra 20 hit points. So if you are up to Castle Age, but this is a very expensive technology and it also requires a castle, you can actually upgrade and they are going to have extra hit points. I will be very honest, this is actually a mistake, because if you are going to play late castle as Saracens, I think that you should actually use this amount of resources to click up faster to Imperial Age instead of actually investing this during Castle Age. So this is not gonna change a lot, and Madrasa is just useless. Very situational, to be honest, to the point it becomes useless. And Sicilians, Hauberk cost is going to increase. Hauberk is the one that gives your cavaliers extra armor, but I'm going to check. If I'm not 100% sure, I check. And since this video is not programmed, we check. Yep, Hauberk is that. You give your knight line extra armor and 1 extra melee armor and 2 extra pierce armor, getting then a total of 8 pierce armor. The cost of that is increasing to 700 food and 600 gold. So this is interesting because Sicilians are very OP during Imperial Age, especially if they get access to those technologies, and increasing their cost makes them a bit less overpowered. Regarding Slavs, the new Castle Age unique technology is Death Nets. I don't know if I'm reading this correctly, so screw it. And it replaces 400% of castles and towers stone cost with wood. Oh! It is going to replace Orthodoxy. So this is interesting. So what the fuck is Orthodoxy? Let's go to this labs and let's realize how this works. We actually have Orthodoxy, which actually gives the monks armor. Honestly, if you are allowing your monks to get shoot, you are already doing something very wrong. And if you are investing an overpriced technology to make your monks bulky, you are doing this completely wrong. So yeah, Orthodoxy is just a very unorthodoxy technology. And this new Castle Age, which is going to be called Death Nets, is actually going to replace 40% of castles and towers stone cost with wood. And you are just going to pay 400 wood and 200 gold. Let me think about it. 400%. So let's make a small calculation here. A castle costs 550 stone. 40% of that equals to 260. So when you are going to make a castle, it's actually going to cost 390 stone and 260 wood after you make this technology. So this means that you can just spend a lot of castles or a lot of towers. For the towers, this is actually going to be interesting. And the team bonus is that castles are actually going to give extra population space. That's useless, honestly. 25 instead of 20, just bullshit. getting like one house per castle that you are making? Fucking bullshit. And Vietnamese. Uh-oh, new paper money effect. Lumberjacks slowly generate gold in addition to wood. Oh shit. And this replaces the old paper money effect. So if you play Vietnamese, they had this paper money technology which pretty much applies in a very useful way to team games, where you just research it and you give each one of your allies 500 gold. It is especially useful in low elos when your allies are too stubborn to make trade routes. But now you are just going to make it very useful, because this is allow your woodcutters to actually generate gold when they are woodcutting. This is very, very interesting. By the way, Vietnamese do have the last wood upgrade, so pretty much we're allowing the Vietnamese to somehow, if they have access to wood, have a constant flow and generation of gold. How effective is that? I don't know. We need to try out, we need to test, but this makes Vietnamese a very scary civilization to be played now in post-Imperial Age, since they're not gonna starve. They already have guilds, and they have now two-man Sol, together with very good options for Imperial Age, like Imperial Age skirmishers. I know they lack siege run, they do not have all the armor for their halves, but imagine being able to keep spamming battle elephants, for example, since you have this small trickle of gold. So yeah, things are going to be very, very interesting. And also, Revicav Archer. Would I consider making a combination using Revicav Archer? I don't recall Vietnamese having Revicav Archer. I think they gained these on one of those new patches. Fuck man, they didn't have those. So I would totally consider playing with Revicav Archers as Vietnamese, since they receive extra hit points. And just keeping a lot of Revicav Archers and then light calves with +4 armor. Yeah, they can become a very, very tough force to deal with. I like that. That's an interesting and welcome change. Well, anyway, those were the liquid balance changes. Then I will just link this. It's a topic on AoEZone where Sticky Ice Clear dropped this information for us, and I hope to see what you guys are thinking about it. So share your thoughts with me. Bye bye.